friends, and welcome back to my channel. After some trial and error, I think I've finally figured out how to do a screen capture and have it record, so this will only be the third time I've tried today, so here we go. Today I wanted to talk about managing our time and our expenses as we start a new hobby. In this case, for me, it's YouTube. I'm keeping track of all the time I'm going to be investing in YouTube just to make sure that I have a handle of what's going on and an idea of how much time I'm spending doing certain things, so I can have a better sense of what I need to adjust and potentially fix. So I've just recently decided to start this, and so you only see a couple of days here, but what you do see is that I've categorized my time into filming, editing, research, preparation, administration, and voiceover. I've also got the amount of time I'm spending in hours. I'm not too interested in the minute-by-minute capture, but roughly how many hours a day I'm spending doing something. I took this data and turned it into a pivot table. Now, pivot tables are something we often use in business if we're trying to slice data into smaller, more manageable bites. Now, at this point, we don't really need it at this level of data collection, but since I plan to continue to use this as a time long, over time, this could turn into a lot of information. That being the case, I've gone through and made this table. It allows me to easily tell how much time I spent on a specific day in total, with a grand total, but also on doing what things. But also it allows me to cut it up by the categories I created. So how long have I spent total doing voiceovers in all days? Or I could say even, how long did I spend doing voiceovers on the second? And the answer there is no time at all. I didn't do any voiceovers on the second, but I did film for an hour. As you can see, this chart on the right is reflecting the data on the left. That's just, a visual representation of what I have in the pivot chart. Okay, let's switch over to our expenses sheet. On the expenses sheet, the only thing I'm tracking is what I've purchased, the day I've purchased it on, and how much it costs. In the future, I'm gonna go back and decide whether or not that purchase was worth the money I spent on it. I've also got a grand total over here, which is just a formula calculating these numbers here. If you're not familiar with Excel, in order to make a formula, use the equal sign, and then the type of calculation you want to do, which in this case is the sum, and then I'm telling it I want it to add everything in the between C2 and C244, which is just a random number just to make it keep going. So I never have to do that formula again, I hope. I better not have 244 purchases. I've also got a table here for art supplies, which I haven't started using yet just because I'm not going to go back and try to figure out how much money I've already spent on art supplies. This is a hobby that I've had for a little while, but in the future, going forward from here on out, I will be tracking that. So thank you for stopping by today. If you guys have any questions about how to use Excel, how to track time or money, or maybe why you would even want to do that, please let me know. I'm always interested to hear from you. Have a great day.